Kyle Glazer with Baseball America, coming to you live here from Petco Park. We're here with Marlins all-star outfielder Giancarlo Stanton. Giancarlo, before you got to the big leagues, you were a prep standout, Sherman Oaks High School, or Notre Dame High School, I should say, in Sherman Oaks. You were selected for the 2006 Area Code Games. But what was that experience like as a high schooler being a part of the Area Code Games?
It was pretty crazy. It was my first kind of showcase, and pretty much the only one, aside from the specific, each team's specific little workouts. So one where I guess it's your biggest stage at that point, to let all the scouts, all the teams are there at once, and show what you can do.
Yeah, you're 16, 17 years old. You've got hundreds of scouts. Were there any nerves? What was that like for you?
I wasn't really nervous. I mean, it was my only one. I was more nervous about missing football practice, to be honest, because that was the heat of summer, and I had to, pull some strings to be able to go, actually.
So you get to the Area Code Games, and you're surrounded by the best of the best from across the country. Were there any guys you saw there that, any matchups that now looking back on, was like, wow, we were facing him when I was 16, and now we're both here in the big leagues?
If I look at the rosters, I'd probably even more. But I was definitely overmatched, talent-wise, not potential-wise. But those guys were year-round guys, and baseball only, and I was just took my pads off and came to the weekend. So I'm really glad that I did that, because I don't think I would have been as high of a pick. And I probably would have been overlooked if I didn't go to area codes.
How did you perform at the games? Were a little rusty coming straight out for football?
I think I did okay. Everyone loved my BP, which is I think what helped me a lot. But in the games, I don't think I did bad. I don't think I did anything crazy to stand out.
So take us through the process of how you were chosen. There's trials beforehand. Did you get a call from a scout? How did you get to be part of the Area Code Games that year?
It was Phil Van Horn, a local scout from where I lived at the time in
North LA.
Sorry, yeah. I lived in Tujunga, but he was in La Crescenta. Sorry,
Okay.
there we go. Yeah. And he gave me the idea. I had no idea what it was. I was just like, sure, some of the best in the area. I'll go see what I can do. And he got me in there. I think he pulled strings to get me in there, because it was a tight schedule and crowd. So I lucked out.
Any friendships struck up during the Area Code Games that you carry through to this day with some of the guys?
Well, Freddie Freeman, we played together. Andrew Lambo, Matt Dominguez was luckily on my team. Moustakis, all those guys, at first you see them in the papers and stuff, and you don't play against them. Somewhere in the OC, somewhere in different divisions or whatever. So that's when we all really came together and started following each other and hanging out.
You mentioned you were a multi-sport guy, not a year-round baseball guy. Was that, being a part of a group like that, was that the first time that really hit you like, hey, I can be at this level of a baseball player?
Yeah, that was my challenge. Is if I gave baseball, year-round, everything I had, that I can be as good as these guys. I knew definitely how raw I was to get there, but I knew I needed a lot of work and way more than what I was at, for sure.
At the end of the Area Code Games, did you feel more confident in your baseball abilities, that you're able to show up in BP and put on the show?
Yeah, always. When you're on the same field as these guys, it's the same thing I say about big league camp. Mm-hmm. When you see the guys on TV over and over again, they seem like fantasy characters for a little bit, and then you're on the same field doing exactly what they can do. It gives you that sense of, I deserve to be here.
So you were doing it in between your junior and senior year. You get that experience, and you go out your senior year. Having been a part of that, did that propel you? Do you feel like even more success that senior year?
That helped me with all the scouts coming to the games. So I got all the big weekend where everyone's there. So seeing them lined up down the right field line after that wasn't as big as hey, all these guys are just Hawkeyeing me, so that helped for sure.
Is it fair to say without the games, wouldn't have been a first-round pick? That was what set it all up?
I agree. Second round, but...
Or second round, sorry.
I agree with that.
Looking back on it, you have so much success. All-star games. A lot of home runs. Was that experience, something that you still look back on as one of the bigger highlights of your baseball career, from start to finish?
I think that started the point that I can really go somewhere with this. That's your dream, that's what you say, and all that, what you work towards. But that was the first time where, it really kind of hit me, like I'm here.
Was there a specific individual moment from the games that sticks with you, like a specific pitcher you faced, a specific at bat, anything like that?
No, man, I was kind of eye open to everything. It's all blurred, but just more knowing the guys that were on my team, and we broke up 2 teams because so Cali's pretty good talent, but just knowing who those guys were from lists and All-American and whatnot, and being a part of that was really cool.
Absolutely. All right, I think that pretty much does it. Giancarlo,
Cool,
thank you so much for joining us. Once again, thank you to Giancarlo Stanton. For more interviews with some of the game's brightest stars about their time at the Area Code Games, stay tuned here at Baseball America. I'm Kyle Glazer from San Diego. Thanks for watching.